Hi everyone, it's Melissa Phillips here today, and I've got a card using honeybee stamps that I wanted to share with you. To start with, I used the Gingerbread Village and North Pole paper pads and the Fancy Fall layering frames to create my background, just using a mixture of pattern papers and pinks and soft grays. I then popped up the oval using my dimensional adhesive just to give a little bit of depth. And then I did the very same with the very center of the Fancy Fall layering frames. Next came our Lovely Layers large snowflakes. I cut one from Aqua Mist cardstock, and the second one was cut from white glitter cardstock. And I just adhered those to the very center of my card, offsetting them so that it formed a really full snowflake. My focal point uses the adorable new Christmas cookies dies from Honeybee Stamps. And they just resemble the cutest little gingerbread or sugar cookie. I cut my base layer from a tan, and then the top layer from white, and then added the scarf, the buttons, the nose, and the eyes. Those are all separate die cuts. And then I added some just light pink to form cheeks on the snowman, just to give it a little bit of personality. I then popped it up using more dimensional adhesive and adhered it to the very center of my snowflakes. I then used the Christmas cookies once again, using the holly and the leaves, the holly and the berries. I ink blended these using different shades of green, a dark for the edges with lighter in the center just to make them look more realistic. And then I used the berries from the same die set, ink blending them in pink and a dark scarlet jewel color, just to try to get them to coordinate and match with the scarf on the snowman. Next, I added a little bit of water spritzing or water droplets to get a watercolor effect. And I just drop droplets onto the surface areas and then soak them up before they dry using a folded up paper towel, and that creates a white washed out effect on those die cuts that look very watercolored. I then assembled my holly berries and leaves, and I'm going to adhere them to the upper right and lower left corners using foam adhesive. And looking at my card, I decided that I needed one more layer of a snowflake because I needed it to be green to tie in with my holly berries. So I used the Lovely Layers large snowflakes once again and just chose a different design, ink blended with green, and then adhered it to the center of my card. Next, I used the Sprinkled with Joy stamp set and selected a sentiment from it. This says, "Have a sweet Christmas," to go along with the Christmas cookie. I stamped that on a banner die using a dark green. And I adhered my card front to a white card base. And then I added my sentiment using foam adhesive once again. I wanted the berries to show on the bottom, so I had to be really particular with where I placed my sentiment. So you can see they peek up just a little bit. Okay, next came some gold distress ink. just some splatters across the front of my card. I love how these splatters look like sprinkles on a cookie or snow falling. They just give it a little bit of charm and personality. So I often use this. This is Fossilized Amber by Tim Holtz. Then I added some adhesive pearls. These are from the Gingerbread Gem stickers from Honeybee Stamps, and added them to my berries. And then just added them to the lower right and upper left of my card. And then finally I used some Crystal Stickles glitter to highlight the carrot nose, the scarf, the berries, the holly leaves, and that's about it. Hope you enjoyed my video today. Thanks so much for watching.